I'm not big on fighting these days, but I don't call the cops. And I'm not big on scrapping lately. When I start, I don't stop. I just need one more person to hate me. Talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words. I got 2 fingers for kissers. I'm a dirtbag, no good bastard. Look, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy, so go ahead and get mad. I'll show you how easy I turn a tough guy to a dead man. I ain't your buddy, haters are obsessed fans. If we were buddies, trust I'd crack a bud just like a red can. Bedpan full of piss and vinegar. Head scan said that I'm not crazy, but I'm similar. Let's dance, lead hands, homie, you get slept fast. Trust me, you're a midget, I'm a monster. Every slap I throw's a finisher. I just need one more person to hate me. Talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to another Around the World flight. Tonight we're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Can't wait. I'm seriously thinking I'm changing the weather to something other than this windy ass mess. That straight out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Nope, can't get that one right now. Have to wait. So, this is it. Last flight of the Velocity in this series. And I can't believe the dogs are begging to go out right now. I just let them out like 2 minutes ago so that way I'd make sure they were done. Apparently I'm trying to scam me. But I think, yeah, we're going to ditch this weather. I just can't. That's too much. I got caught up in it earlier, especially in an aircraft that doesn't have de-icing capability, so. We're going to go with calm winds. That's better. Get in here real quick. Start setting up our flight plan. Looks good. Yep, all the way to Cheyenne. That looks good. We're going to set up our approach. We want runway 27. They have strange approaches out there, but it is what it is. That should do it. I'll get my engine going. Maybe. Oh yeah, helps to turn the fuel on. These cold dark starts are not getting easy anymore. They should be easy, but they're not because I always make freaking mistakes. There we go. Hope everybody's had a good few days. Some heat on. We'll get the doors powered up and sealed. Good on our lights. We can shut the fuel pump off. And there we go. I think we're ready to start taxiing. I don't know if anybody's flying along today or not, but if not, it's no big deal. I think we're going to cheat and just clip across the grass there instead of worrying about pushing back. I have no idea why we have a Russian fighter jet out here in the middle of nowhere. USA and a couple of US old military jet aircraft, but it is what it is. I'm going to go right ahead and get started because this is a little, I saw 2 hour plus, about a 2 hour flight. I get rolling. So this is the last flight. Next week we're going to have a brand new aircraft that I don't think many people have seen. The actual aircraft, we're going to be debuting it here with Justin from Pascal Productions. Going to be here. Hopefully, he's supposed to be here for the debut of the plane. It's a King Air that we will be flying next week. Should be a lot of fun having a twin turbo for a leg. There are a couple of legs. And he'll be in chat, so you can ask him questions, and you can also ask him questions about the Flight Sim Expo. He's going to be one of the speakers there, so that's cool. Let's see, anything else going on? No, we were just here last night, so not a hell of a lot's happened in the last 24 hours. Found a minor issue with my simulator that was causing an issue. It was nothing wrong with the new update for the Cam Air that's coming out soon. I was testing it and it kept acting up, and it was an issue on my end, and it was also causing the issue on the autopilot on the other plane the other day on the Cessna 172. I did find a small issue. We got it fixed. There's an update to the 530 if you're using the 750, so kind of confusing, but got it squared away. Head and get up in the air. Get some music on. Whoa, shit, where am I going? I don't see anybody, like nobody. Let's get a couple things squared away first here. We don't have our autopilot set even near where it's supposed to be. There we go. Now we're on GPS. Back put it to the flight plan. Hey, Reaper. I don't see anybody, like nobody, and I have it on. I'm seeing nobody. Like nobody. Like the skies are completely empty. How weird. Well, welcome, Reaper. Glad you're flying along. I don't know what you're flying yet, because I can't see you yet. Oh yeah, better get my altitude set while we're sitting here. 18,000 feet. It's a great flight for this. It's a great height for this aircraft. It likes it. It'll let me set my rate of climb to about 1,200 feet a minute. This thing can climb all the way up at those speeds. And once we're airborne, we'll get some music going after we get the autopilot on. Anybody else that's flying along, I'm really glad you're here. I can't see you. Once I'm airborne, we'll try to switch some servers and flick some stuff around and see if we can't figure out what's going on. There's still a minor issue I've been having where the trim on this occasionally goes to 100. Hey, there's people starting to show up. Yeah, now I see you down, somebody down there just by the runway. I am flying not direct. I am flying IFR flight plan. We're going to try to do that as much as we can around the world on this flight, so I can get a little more used to doing them. Alright, come on nose, get your butt down. Come on, trim down the nose. So we can get the autopilot on. Nav mode, vertical speed, 1,200 feet a minute, not down. Hello? No plane, don't kill me. Pull back, what the hell are you doing? Don't give me any shit. Why is my plane diving to the freaking ground? Well, we can't have that. 7,900 feet? No, we're going far to go. That's no lower than. Well, what the hell? What's that all about? Yeah, my trim, there it goes. Trim went all the way down this time. Instead of all the way up, it went 100% down. Lovely. I still have no idea why it does that occasionally. I don't know if it's just this plane or what, or if it's that autopilot, but every once in a while you throw the autopilot on, it either goes crashing to the ground or screaming for the stars. I think it's good this time. If I can find out who's back there. See Reaper back there? There he is. Alright. That should be good. I'll let you out in a minute, Goofy. I think we're on track. Everything's looking better. Like I said, I had to shut the live weather off. It was absolutely terrible and icing, bad. And this plane has no de-icing. And you couldn't see anything at all. So we decided to go ahead and drop that for tonight's flight. I'm going to go ahead and find... Oh, shit, wrong button. Damn it. Why do I always hit wrong buttons? Don't be surprised if I ever hit the right button. Ever. It scared the hell out of me. Some sort of background music. We'll try that one. Apparently doesn't like that one. There we go. Music on and chilling. I think we're climbing at the right rate. Well, not quite, but a little bit of turbulence. Yeah, close enough. Get the engine trimmed out a little bit so we don't friggin' run out of fuel this time. Clean my engine out. Alright, I'm going to throw this little dog out and I'll be right back. There, she'll be fine. Just coming up on Omaha, Nebraska. So we've gone from Iowa to Nebraska, and then we're going to follow Nebraska right into Wyoming. I do hope Omaha's a little bigger. I think we're pretty much flying most of I-80 the whole way. There he is. It's pretty much farm country, 99% of the trip. Tomorrow night is, that's a hell of a tower. Tomorrow night's going to be Kerbal Space Program. Lots of lab blowing the little bastards up. The patch is supposed to be out sometime tomorrow during the morning time. So hopefully it's out and ready to go before the stream. Because we're supposed to fix a couple of bugs we have. We have, whatever. And then on Sunday, going to be teaming up with Gammy Wamba and, oh dear Lord. I'm trying to think of his name. Hold on, I don't want to screw up. For a game of Sons of the Forest. As soon as I find it. Yeah, Legacy. Legacy's going to be hanging out with us. I'm not sure if he's streaming it too or not. That will be Sunday at 6:30 Eastern Time. That's about the only time we can all get together, being half the world away from each other. There may be random streams to deal with that in between times. I don't know. I haven't figured that's that far out, but it's going to be Sundays. Sunday evenings. Unlike Satisfactory, we've agreed that there's not going to be any major builds of any kind or dungeon raids without it being on stream. Like, we can gather an absolute ton of resources stuff like that off screen, but we're going to save the big builds and the big dungeon crawls for on screen. See if that works out a little better. And I hope it's a lot more stable and satisfactory than the multiplayer. That had a lot of issues. And this is early access as well, so who knows? Here's what it is. I am looking forward to flying the new aircraft next week. I'll hopefully be flying it quite a bit this week, just to get the feel for it. From now until next week, I'll spend the next few days riding it, flying it. And let's see what else is going on. Not much. Not a hell of a lot. It's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, so it means corned beef and cabbage again. Love corned beef. I think I got almost back-to-back birthdays. Daughter's 18th, son's on the 20th. There's Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha Steaks. Home of Omaha Steaks. Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom. If you know what that is, you're old. Kind of nice to see the farms right up to the city, but people don't realize out on Long Island there's still farms. And you think of New York City and Long Island as just being, Long Island being a giant suburb of New York City, but there's still farms out there, still dairy farms out there. I'm guessing this is one of the areas that got photogrammetry upgrade because it definitely looks it. Alright, he's catching up slowly. Oh, he's got the 414. Oh, what a nice plane. I do hope that after we do this King Air that someone votes for the King Air or for the 414. We need the Cam Air, we need the 414. Got the Piper twin, the Piper, little Piper one. I can't remember the name of it. Garmin Grim. Good evening, William Kelly. Good evening, sir. I do hope you are well today. Had to turn off live weather. It's absolutely terrible. I shouldn't tell you guys the planes I want to see in the around the world trip because then I won't get any of you guys to pick something like the Tiger Moth or some shit. Our first waypoint. I'm getting on the. I should bring up the. It's going to stutter for a second when I do this, but I should bring this up. It shows you all the skyways in the U.S. I have no idea why it hammers it so hard when it boots up, but. It really takes up some resources. There we go. But this shows all the skyways that are crisscrossing the U.S. too. Thank God computers figure this shit out now, and you don't have to do it by hand. You used to have to go this one and that one, and now the computers figure out the best route, the best skyway to take. There's literally highways like this all over the world. And I'm just now figuring out how to fly them. I've only been flying this sim since it came out, flying other flight sims for ages. Just now, after all these years, figuring out how to work all these skyways. Better than when we first started out, when I was first 12 years old working down at the airport. They literally had a map on the wall that contained New York and parts of Vermont and New Hampshire, and they literally had a thumbtack in the board on the wall, big thing on the wall. They had a thumbtack right where Lake Placid Airport was, and a big string hooked to it. And you took that string and you ran it to wherever you wanted to go, and you could do multiple stops and whatever. And then you took the string and stretched it out, and there was a calibrating line on there which would tell you how far away it was. So I think that's how it was done. And now it's all computerized and all that shit. There used to be a string on a wall on a map. That's the Platte and the Missouri Rivers. The Platte's the bigger one of the two over there. And they just join up, and Missouri River takes over. You can always tell when I have my little sidekick screen up. I like this, but it takes up too much space. It doesn't like to be messed with. What I need is another monitor. Like I don't have enough. Hey, one more monitor to put all the charts on. Like I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 screens running already. I need a fifth. But I finally figured out why everybody flies around the world with the east, not the west, because prevailing winds go east. That's why everybody does it, so they don't have to fight the winds the whole way. Like I said, I cheated and turned off the weather because it was terrible. The big city of Omaha, Nebraska. Hanging out back there in that beautiful 414, which I haven't been able to see yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. He'll tuck in here nice and tight. Look at how nice and clear these windows are now. Look at that. Look, no scratches. Isn't it amazing? Just 1 second here. Just gotta fire off a message. Work shit. Oops. Sorry about that. Work gets in the way. Gotta pay the bill somehow. So, unfortunately, this leg of the flight is going to look like this pretty much the whole way. We're pretty much gonna follow this highway, Highway 80, the whole way. It's just gonna keep getting closer and farther away and closer and farther away. But pretty much I-80. I've driven 70 across from New York out to Wyoming and then down. So I've done 70, or done 80, I've done 70, most of 40. I haven't done 10. I've done all of I-95 on the East Coast, up and down. I've done most of 81. I like to drive. I like to travel by car, by train, by plane, I don't care. I like to travel. You've done 10, 40, and 70? Okay, I've done 40, 70, and 80. I want to do 22, maybe next year. I don't know. I was going to do it this coming summer, but I can't find the time to fit it in. Because it takes almost a month by the time you're done. That's the one that goes from Boston. Starts out right on the shore in Boston, goes all the way through to the coast in Oregon. And Snow Highway. It's back roads the whole way. Besides that, my car doesn't have the cruise control in it yet, so and my new car is not new to me. Car is still in the shop, so. And I literally don't have an entire month off all summer long. I have to plan it ahead of time. I gotta find somebody to take my mutts for a month. And actually, I'll be surprised if they're both here next summer. If they make it this summer, I'll be surprised. Anybody know a place where you can get mouse pads made? My mouse pad is freaking toast. And it's old too. It's like an old Bell helicopter one I got when they were test flying the 429. And it's like freaking toast. I need a new one, but I want to have one. I want to get one with my logo on it, or yeah, the logo or the Grumpy Old Bastard logo. I don't know which one. One of the two, or one of each. So if anybody knows a spot where you can get regular old mouse pads made with your own picture, hit me up in Discord.
You're like a chemical coursing through my veins. So addicted to your pleasure, I forget the pain. Take it when I leave it.
Oh, and one trip back I did 66, all of what was left of it. Picked up as many pieces of it as I could. When it comes down the backside of the hills from Oakland, Arizona, all over Entertainment, that's a hairy ass ride. I hear 10 across Texas is like terrible. Like goes on forever and ever and ever, like Nebraska. Oh, music's a bit loud, and my voice. I'm sure my voice has been all messed up since this latest. There's been something. There's a new update, so and it screwed a lot of things up. But let me take care of that. There we go. Oh, I think I turned down the desktop audio. I want that a little louder. And my microphone now is no longer on my microphone. It's on audio input capture instead of microphone where it used to be. You know, it says, I have no idea what happened. I'm going to have to reconfigure it all on a day that I can play with all the switches again and get it squared away again. Thank you, sir. Thanks for letting me know. Really appreciate it. Probably has something to do with the fact that I just have my music cranked before the stream. Good thing I don't have neighbors that have been bitching. There's a few people out flying today. Pull this back, see if we can't drop our RPMs but still keep our airspeed up. At least 180. There we go. Perfect, perfect. I feel better. I'll have fuel when we land. Today we're running a full-blown IFR flight plan. And a full ILS, or full landing. We'll have a full approach mode on. Oh, that was part of my issue. It didn't have my VNAV on. Didn't have my flight director on. I don't need flight level change. Where's my flight director? That's on. Okay. Turn the yaw damper on. I have no idea. I know Icarus is racing, I think. That's where he's been hanging out. Other than that, I have no idea. Reaper's here. And that's about it. I don't, yeah, Reaper's here. There's 7 people watching, so I have no idea who else is here. Nobody's chatting. Reaper's flying along. So I have no idea. Shane or Jacko or somebody's probably streaming. Probably all hanging out over there. Yeah, I wish it would work out so you could fly too. I'll have to work out a flight day where you can fly. Figure out a day and a time and we'll arrange a stream around it so you can come fly and hang out. The Lake Skipper? Yeah, that thing's fun. In VR, that thing's a rip. That thing is a ride and a half in VR. It's fun. Take and put it in. You want to have some fun? Put it in Montreal and head for east on the river. Just rip up the St. Lawrence. It's a great big wide river, but it's nice smooth turns. Oops, drop down below 180. I can't pick it back up below. Like I said, you let me know when you're going to release it. We'll fly it on stream, and if we got to schedule a stream around your schedule so that you can come fly with us, we will do it. I'll make it. I will do it. I'll make it happen. I'll pick a day and a time when you can meet up, and you release it, and we'll go out and fly it. Absolutely. Oh, somebody's in the Dark Star. Speaking of Dark Star, did anybody see where they were hinting that may be somewhat real? The Lockheed was in some sort of tweet they put out. I forgot how it was, but they were talking about some real they were talking about a speedy aircraft or some shit like that, and they said, oh, here's a couple of rear aircraft that are that fast, and showed the Dark Star and the SR-71. I was like, I think they're hinting around about the Dark Star possibly being real. Of course, it's been hinted at for years. There's an SR-72. It's shown up in paperwork here and there, little snippets, but it's supposedly unmanned, and they said something about manned aircraft. Jesus, the stream just started. I'm out of coffee already. That's not good. And make sure if you release it that you post a release in the Discord. I don't care. Pick a spot. Well, I suppose I gotta go get the little dog. She loves it outside. It's nice out. It's above freezing. What the hell is that? Never heard of that before. Tomorrow waterfowl production area. You produce waterfowl down there? Alright, I'll be right back. Just gonna grab that little fat ass and let her in. Okay, she's in. Let's hope that's it for tonight, for the rest of the stream. I have noticed that flight sim streaming almost across the board has dropped almost a third in viewership in the last year. Of course, everybody's going back to work. COVID's over. And there's now shitloads of people doing it. Where is that? And it's now an old game. It's 2 years old. Ah, there's Reaper. Ah, we can finally see the aircraft. There it is. There's that 414. That's such a slick bird. You cheated? 414 having trouble keeping up with this single engine beast? This thing is quick though. I will say that. This thing is a quick bird. A twin turbocharged V8 in it. Basically. Anybody see that the Avante is coming out? I think it's Black Square. No, Black Square? Who the hell's putting it out? I forgot already. Not Black Square. Who's coming out with the Avante? I don't remember. I don't remember. Shit. But I'm excited they're coming out with it. Because look, I'm a Canard fan. Like, it's not totally obvious that the first plane I flew was the Long EZ, and now this. It's kind of like the Long EZ's big brother, and then the Avante 2 is like the super big brother of this because it's a multi-passenger twin turbo prop beast. The same basic design. And don't you love how this is just like one giant checkerboard? I mean, look at how even that is for miles. I wonder how this guy got away with the bump. Like, he got away with more property than everybody else. And this guy lost out. Amazing how straight those frickin' roads are forever. I couldn't like that. Great big flat squares. Well, oh, a little bit of nature to flow with it, but there's nothing out there but corn. Corn, corn, and more corn. Oops, I think the music shit the bed. I think it broke. Nope, it got quiet. That's okay. Anybody want to guess how many people get speeding tickets screaming along these things? Yeah, very boring out here, even the flyover, because it doesn't change much. Because the Platte River, that's about it. Luckily, after this, we're going to be up in the Rockies for a flight or 2 or 5 or 7, depending on what planes get rammed up with. I'm going to go from Wyoming, and I think I'm going to turn and head towards... I'm just going to follow the mountain ranges right up into Alaska. Then we'll head across that way because we only got 2 hours at a time to fly, and we're going to have to jump the islands out in Alaska to get around the world and without a 4, 6, 8 hour flight. Like I say, I can't make out the flight plans until I know what aircraft we're stuck with. Looking forward to switching this up. This has been a fun plane. It's been a good plane. And I was actually hoping that we could get a push plane for parts of the Rockies, but we didn't. I opened my mouth and said, if you build it, I'll fly it, and Justin built it, so I gotta fly it. I am considering having, I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm racking my, it's an idea that's starting in my head, something I may want to do. Where am I? I am in Nebraska, near Grand Isle. That's where I'm at. Nebraska, the Platte River, Central City, Grand Isle, just west of Lincoln. That's where we're at. And welcome, Jay LaRue. I think I got that close. But yeah, the seed of the idea that's popped into my head is because we got a couple developers that we know. Maybe it'll attract others, maybe it won't. But doing like a developer fly-in, have a flight where the developers with me in the stream and we all fly their aircraft around, and everybody can ask the developers questions about the aircraft. Oh yeah, I got power now. I got power back. Speaking of, there he is, right there. We'll be featuring his aircraft next week. This very same bat time, same bat station. We'll be flying his King Air. Yeah, wait till you see the livery on it. It's freaking awesome. The livery is slick. Even though it's not red, it's still slick. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well with you. I was just saying, I was trying to come up with like a developer fly-in thing, where everybody's got one of your aircraft, or everybody can fly in. If they have one of your aircraft, fly it, hang out, fly around in your aircraft. They can ask you questions, something like that, and then have Gunner and then I'll see if I can hit up Ricky Demos and see if we can't get him to come in for one. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of ringing around in my head. Working. Yeah, it's pretty much what we always do. But dude, you render shit so cool. It's like so quick. It's like, oh, here's new one I just started working on. It's like it's almost done, and you started working on it. What the hell? At least the renders. The renders are amazing. I am looking forward to a couple of the new ones you're working on. Should be a lot of fun to fly. Yeah, I know. There's a lot to do more than render. You got to make them fly. They look good, but you got to make them fly. You got to make them work. See, that's why you got to render the Piper 600. So that way I can get Gunner to put all the electronics and shit in it and make it fly. So I can have a Piper 600. Oh no, I know that. And everybody knows that. The only good thing is, I'm such a terrible freaking pilot that they'll blame it on me, not your aircraft, if something's wrong. If something doesn't work right, they'll never know because I suck. You gotta get some aircraft just finished, yeah. Finish them up. I don't think, I gotta fix the, your cow thing, your exclamation point cow. I think I gotta change it so that it points to at least a gazelle. I don't know what the hell it points to now. We got William Kelly's working on a thing that he's gonna be doing. Oh, that's right. You're working on. That's right. You're working on that 787. That's going to be awesome too. They're helping out with. Holy shit! Yeah, you're going to be busy. Got to finish some shit up. Like I was just saying, William Kelly's working on a scenery thing that we're going to play with hopefully soon. Have him on one of the developer chats. Even if it's scenery, it's developing. And we see if we can get Jerry B in because we know he does some developing in there as well. I don't develop anything. I'm a hardware guy. I can't draw a stick figure. Oh, did I lose everybody again? Nope. I just lost Reaper. Reaper's gone. Oh no, there's United Airlines. There's Gollum. Oh no. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's sneaking by me. Holy shit, dude. That's a lot. Wow. 15 million follows so far. Whew. They say I can't draw stick figures, so that shit's all Greek to me. It's always amazing what people can do. Like I say, you guys are like the magicians of yesteryear. You take something that's in your head and you make it real in a game or sim, whatever. Take an idea and make it real. Sort of real. A lot of respect for you guys. Not something I can do. I play with race cars and hardware. Where are we? Grand Island. Grand Island's right over there. Probably where the river is. No, there's the town. The island's over there. Yeah, whatever. That's as exciting as shit gets out here. I named Gollum in an FA-18. Gollum 32. Salty. There's not a lot of people out tonight anywhere. Huh. Of course, we're in Nebraska. There's that. Not a lot to see in Nebraska. Maybe we should put the bad weather back on. I flew it earlier with the live weather on this morning. I flew this route with the cam air, and I was icing up so freaking bad. At least that's got some de-icing. This has none. Speaking of that, Fast Cow Productions, what's the cruising speed of that thing? The King Air, so I can figure out next week's flight plan. How many miles I can go in 2 hours. If I'm at USAE server, let me get you an airport that's close by. We're on the USA East server. Oh, that's not even an airport. We just got past KGRI, Kingdom George, Ricky Indigo. I never remember any of those. One of these days I should. Or just ahead of us is KEAR. 525 mile per hour cruise. Holy crap. Hello, Hope Sanders. Welcome, welcome. What is 525 cruise? That's cooking. That's just ahead of us. Oh, you're joking. Like I said, that'd be kicking ass, that twin engine go that fast. Brought to you by Mike Patey. The only one that takes a perfectly good PC-12 and puts $1 million engine upgrade in it, so it'll go faster. You did Mach 10 with the plane? Oh, was that the Dark Star? That's because the Dark Star's nuts. Yeah, that's a crazy plane, that Dark Star. Just hard to get it up to Mach 10. You gotta climb, dive, climb, ignite the other engines, and then scream for the sky. Of course, the SR-71, the original SR-71, used to have to go up and get above Mach 2, or get above Mach 1. There he is. There's Reaper. They're hinting that they have something similar to it already, I guess. Some tweets today from Lockheed Martin were hinting at that it might be real or something similar to it. It's real. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. I need another screenshot. The only thing I know is absolutely not real is the type of engine we're talking about. Absolutely. I love the Blackbird. but I had to go very fast and then slow back down and refuel because it leaked like a sieve until it got up to speed. Oh, wait, something that's not square. The river. Now we're definitely getting into some old names like Broken Bow. I like names like that. Oh, we're getting hills, getting some wrinkles. It's not perfectly flat anymore. Not like me getting old, getting wrinkly. Probably why they call that town below us Ravina, because it's the only place with little ravines. Okay, oh, that's cool. I could get in it and just fly for an hour too, so there's always that. Get it up in the air and trim it out and get it, just see what it does. I can always just not be lazy to do that. I think a twin turbo prop probably got a good rate of climb, so you don't have to worry about it going in the Rockies. $900 nautical miles in 2 hours? That's pretty good. What's my TAS on this? 233 at 176, so I'm getting about 500 miles every trip on this one. So I use roughly 500 miles. It'll be fun. Little burst of speed. I love twin turbo props. That's one of the planes I flew the most in was Cessna Conquest, twin turbo prop. What an amazing vehicle. Older but kick-ass. At the time it wasn't old. At the time it was pretty new. The reason they weren't real popular is they had some tail issues that ended up killing quite a few pilots. Once it was fixed, they became very popular. But then the King Air kind of kicked its ass and took over the market because it didn't kill so many people. Yeah, that's about, I'll keep the range about what I'm doing now. A little bit longer. Because you gotta remember, 208 at speed is way more on the ground. Like here, I'm doing 174, but across the ground at 18,000, I'm 230 across the ground, so. Going around the world 2 hours at a time. You know what I should do is work up a music playlist that everybody can just jump on and play while we're flying. That I can't play in stream, so I don't get copyright strikes. You can just do it on your own. Yeah, 288 to 239. Spanish teacher thinks there's an M16 plane in the U.S. Air Force. Kind of mixed two things up, huh? The M16 and the F-16. Or there's an M16 in the Army and an F-16 in the Air Force. Uh-oh. Yeah, but you know what you do when you're in school? Here's a little trick. When you're in school, even if the teacher is absolutely 110% dead wrong and you know she's dead wrong or he's dead wrong, you still tell them they're right. Go with the flow. Yep, you're right. I'm sorry, you're right. Learn those words. Will save your ass the rest of the way through school. I'm sorry, you're right. Oop. Even if you know they're wrong, even if you know in your bottom of your heart they're dead wrong, you got proof they're dead wrong. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, and marriage too. Works in marriage too. I wouldn't know. I've had 2 failed marriages. Buried the 3rd one, so marriage and me don't get along. But yep, get you through school without any issues with teachers. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You're right. And just nod and smile, because here's what I did. I shouldn't tell you this, but it's okay. Every time I nod and smile at somebody, if you see me nodding and smiling at somebody and not saying anything to them, just nodding and smiling, what's going on inside my head? Yep, you're an asshole. Yep, you sure are. You're a big asshole. Yep, you're an asshole. That's what's going on inside my head. That's why I'm just nodding and smiling. If I ever am nodding and smiling at somebody, yeah, you know I'm calling them an asshole in my head, but save my ass, keep my ass out of trouble by not saying it out loud. And they just think I'm just listening away and smiling along. That sounds silly, but those 2 things work. They'll get you through some of the worst stuff. We were doing a project. My friend made a planet that was built with a bullet, and it was named the M16. Then she said there's an M16 plane in the U.S. Air Force. I was like, no. Then her helper teacher searched it up, and she was the one. But I know my planes. She said there is one, not an M16. There's an M16 rifle, but not an M16 aircraft. Oh well. As a matter of fact, I don't even think there's an M designation for aircraft, is there? F is fighter, A is attack, C is cargo. M6 gyrocopter. Okay, so there is an M designation. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Ah, M16 gyrocopter. Oh, interesting. It's not a plane. It's not a jet. It's an aircraft, but it's not a jet. Huh. And they have it in the military still? Or is it like one of those crazy things they had back in the day that used to tow behind the ships? The gyrocopters that they tow behind the ships and they get up higher and spot. You tow them like a kite. That'd be a terrifying job. Hey Bob, you're going up in the gyrocopter today. Oh hell no. Yeah, but it's not in the military, is it? It's not a military aircraft. I know the military had gyrocopters, but I was thinking that was in World War II on the ends of the ships. They literally fly them like a kite. Not my idea of fun. Where the hell are we? We are Lexington. North Platte's ahead of us. The Platte River. We're starting to get some mountains. Finally. No, it's now in the military. Helis are more and more. Oh yeah, well absolutely. You Who wouldn't want a gyrocopter in the military? Now they're getting away from the helicopters and they're going with the tilt rotors. Like a Black Hawk replacement is going to be a tilt rotor, not a helicopter. I'm still actually surprised nobody's come up with a jet engine tilt rotor. I mean, they did back in the 60s, I think it was. But since then, they haven't. I know a little bit. I know a little bit about a lot of things. I don't know a lot about any fun thing. Put it that way. Been around planes a good portion of my life. Planes and race cars. I know a lot about fighter planes. That's cool. The F-22? Yeah, that's a beast. What's really sad is the F-23 was the better of the two aircraft, but because it was so radically different, they didn't want it. They chose the one that was less radical. But the F-23 actually outperformed the F-22. But was so far outside the norm, they wanted to go with what they already knew, so they stuck with the F-22. If you ever get out towards Edwards Air Force Base in California, parked right outside, they have an F-22 and an F-23 right side by side out there in their museum standing area, or the little museum stand area they have. It's kind of neat. They got a lot of really cool aircraft hanging out there. But from what I've heard, they agreed to sell the design of the F-23 to Japan. That'd be interesting, building it today instead of 20-some years ago. With today's tech, that thing's going to be an unstoppable beast if they do. Getting a little less boring. More stuff to look at. Nope, there's 7 people watching right now. You're the only one typing chat right now. We got a few lurkers out there. It's a quiet night. I'm not quite sure why. I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 of the larger streamers are probably streaming right now. That happens. Well, I know a little bit about a lot of planes. I don't know a lot about a little plane. Like I said. So my favorite aircraft were a lot of them were experimental, like the X-15, the X-29, the XB-15. I liked a lot of the X-planes because my aunt worked at Edwards Air Force Base. She would always send me the promo pictures of the latest X-plane they had out there. So I was excited to get the package in the mail from my aunt. I always had cool aircraft pictures in it. So I got to fall in love with the X-planes. You like the C-17 cargo? No, I didn't say the X-50, the X-29, the X-15, F-15, and then the XB-15 tilt rotor. Like the C-17? I like the SR-71 just because it's cool. How can it not be cool? It's as old as I am, and it still holds the speed record. Big town of North Platte? Where is it? I don't see it. Because it's that big. Or downtown, probably those 3 buildings right there. The best friend's dad flies the C-17. Global Master. One of my best friends growing up was in the U.S. Marine Corps, and he was in every war from the first Iraq War right on up until, I don't know, 15 years ago or so when he got out. And he said the only time he was terrified, and he was in every war zone, right in the war zone, he said the only time it ever terrified him was doing a combat landing in a C-130 or a C-17. That was his most terrifying moments the whole time. I wanted to do it in the Air Force, in the military, but was not smart enough for the Air Force or an Army. I want to be a fighter jet pilot. So did I. So did I. Hey, here's Pyro now. I wanted to, but when they did my medical, they wouldn't even let me enlist in the military. Because my gene pool was so screwed up. They're like, oh no. You failed. You can't come in the military. We're sorry. Oh. First one in my family for a long, of the men in my family that didn't get to go, wasn't allowed to go. I was told, no, you can't go. But hey, I ended up having a great life and still had a lot of fun. Still do a lot of things. Now I play with race cars. It's fun. So I didn't get to fly, which sucks because I actually was smart enough. I actually aced the test to get into the flight schools. Then when they did my medical, they're like, "Oh no, sorry. We didn't know. You didn't say you had all this." I was like, "No, I didn't say I had it. I didn't say I didn't have it." I hear propellers. There he is. There's a Black Lion and a Cessna 172 down there. Nuclear donut. I love donuts. Yep. Good old Mets. And you got to do that ASFAB. Did you ever hear the interview with Chuck Yeager? When the reporter asked him, he says, "What point in your life did you look up in the sky and see an airplane and say, I want to be a pilot?" And he literally said, "Never. I never wanted to be a pilot a day in my life." He says, "I got drafted. And when I took their silly test, it told me, you got the aptitude to be a pilot. You're going to go fly." That's literally how one of the greatest pilots ever became a pilot. The F-22 that shot down the balloon got a balloon kill mark. I know. I'm wondering if the other one's going to get a science fair kill project mark on it. We killed the science fair project. One of the balloons they shot down over Alaska was a kid's science fair project. That was his first official combat kill for the F-22. The F-15 that's got actually the best combat record of any fighter jet in the world. The most number of kills with 0 losses. Pretty good record. They're still flying. Kind of a silly one. Yeah, guys do silly all the time. If you look, there's an A-10. Look this up online if you don't know about it already. But there's an A-10 that has a cow kill on it. But look it up. It took down 5 F-15s in mock combat, but an F-15's never been taken down in actual combat. Hey, it kills to kill. Yeah, it literally, and is still on there. I mean, they put it on the. He was doing close air support missions. I think it was Iraq War or Afghanistan, one of them. He was doing close air support, and when when the troops moved forward, there was a dead cow that was absolutely destroyed by that gun. And so their joke, when he landed, they went and put a cow kill on it. It's got a cow on it. And it's still flying with the Air Force today with the freaking cow kill on it. It's been on there ever since. And you can look it up. I'm being dead serious. There's an A-10 with a cow on the side of it in the kill box. With all the missions. Yep, that thing's a beast. Depleted uranium bullets. If you ever get the chance to see that thing fire, it's insane. There's North Platte. Big town of North Platte. And then, like I said, Route 80 below us still. Hey, there's... Who's that? I'm something. I do know I'm Pepti. I know it. I don't play it. Somebody's in the F-22E. Just got intercepted by. Which I don't happen to have that one in the sim. Or I do. I haven't updated it in forever and flown it in forever. No, wait. I got the wrong F-22. I got the one that was the crappy one. Do that, makes my autopilot turn off. Yep, know the game, haven't played it. My son used to play it a lot. Yep, my son used to play that game a lot. North Platte Airport. How old is he now? 22, 23-ish? Off the top of my head, 22 I think. I'm terrible with dates. Yeah, I'm an old fart. I'm old. I'm grumpy and I'm old. He's 2 times older than you. I'm a lot older than that. Oh, look at this. Finally, it's got some hills. Wait a minute, did I just see a racetrack? No, it was an off-ramp. Damn it, got excited there for a second. And I haven't seen a racetrack like this whole flight. The last couple of flights, I haven't seen a single racetrack. That's upsetting. Speaking of that, what the hell is my altitude supposed to be coming up? I haven't even looked. No lower than 95, yeah, I know that. Do I actually have a drop in altitude? Yep, right there. I want to be at 95 at Prims, right? Yeah, the airport's at 6,150 feet, so. Who makes these names up? E-Burger. Egbert? Horse. There's a nice one. Horse. So we got till Crims to be at 95. For some reason, I'm having an issue since updating all this to get the TOD to show up. I have no idea why. But it hasn't been. Whoa, shit, that's close. That 414 really struggling to keep up the times, to keep up the speed. I thought that cruise was like 185, 190. One of your uncles has a pilot's license, one drag races cars. I work on road racing cars. I don't do the ovals or the drags. I do the road racing cars, like IMSA and stuff like that. Constantly adjusting throttle. Ah. Keep losing. Oh, there he went low. Sealed off. Dodge Challenger, cool. Very cool. I deal with the cars that go right, left, up, and down. I don't know what I'm working on this year, if I'm going to work on the Corvette or not. 69 Mustang, that's a cool car. I don't know if I'm working on the Corvette. I do know I'm working on a Porsche 997.2. That'll be a fast car to play with. Probably be working on the old Janetta, at least one race this year, hopefully. And I'll be screaming by. And I'll be working on I'll be hanging out at one race. Just be hanging out and chilling with one of the friends in his Spec Miata. Or Spec Pinata. Depending on who you talk to. So I know a lot about a little about a lot of things. It's you in the F-22. I think screaming. Sorry, I don't have that particular version of the F-22, so you're only showing up as a really fast 737. That's cool. We did a thing on the slideshow about all the dogfighting. Which ones will win? Cool. If you like planes, you should look and see if you can get your hands on one of the old Jane's. By Jane's Aircraft Identification Guide. It's so cool. I have the F-18. I have a couple of them. I don't have all of them. There's one I don't have. But you should show up if you're an F-18. But then again, Microsoft Flight Sim does have its days where it doesn't show anything. It should. But it is showing the 414 over there. So I don't know. It has its moments when it will show up, when it doesn't. Yep. See if you can find one of the copies of Jane's Aircraft Identification. You won't regret it. Ask for it for Christmas or something silly like that. Parents are happy to get kids books. If you love airplanes, you'll love the Jane's Guides to Aircraft. It's incredible detail on all of the older ones and the newer ones. United Airlines Flight 395. There's still a guy back there hanging out in the Cessna 172 Black Line 68. Probably as old as I am with the name 68 on the back. Good year. We're not too far out from Cheyenne. Rockies are going to start coming up in front of us. Ever so slowly. Denver's off that way. Yeah, Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins, and Cheyenne, all on the line. It's kind of neat if you fly over there at night. You can see from Colorado Springs to Cheyenne. I live with my 2 dogs. And they're vicious killers. Especially the little white one. She'll eat your soul. No, they're pretty laid back. Yes, we're flying counterclockwise around the entire world, 2 hours at a time. Doing 1 flight a week, every Thursday night for about 2 hours-ish, flying around the world. Started in Lake Placid, New York, and we'll end in Lake Placid, New York. Tuesday nights, we fly around and we're flying around the national parks, where we fly a different aircraft every leg of the flight. So it's kind of fun. Fly helicopters, planes, jets, whatever we need to get the job done. That's where we fly that week. Tomorrow night, Kerbal Space Program, going to be blowing shit up. You have 2 dogs? Cool. Very cool. I have 2 hounds. One's a Corgi Beagle mix, and one's a black and tan. I'm guessing lab mix because she loves the river. She's got a fairly square head. Uh-oh. There it is. We need multiplayer with that. I'll blow stuff up with you. Golden Doodle and a Cockapoo. Cockapoo is a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix. And the Golden Doodle is a Golden Retriever Poodle mix. A friend of mine had a Lhasa Apso Shih Tzu mix. You can guess what they call that. A Lhasa shit. I don't know why that one didn't catch on. My neighbors have a Golden Doodle that's as dumb as a post. And I mean, my little Matty dog isn't real sharp, but that Golden Doodle's a post. An idiot. A good dog, but God, he's dumb. I like pretty much any dog. My boss sister, he's very smart. Well, this one is, the one down the street's a freaking doorknob. The smartest dog I ever had was my Coyote. I mean, she was light years smarter than domestic dogs. She had issues where she would bite from time to time, but that's what it is. You have to deal with that if you have a wild animal in your house for 16 years. I had a Chow Lab mix, which was very loyal. Super protective of the kids. Like if you even raise your voice to your kids, the dog will come after you. So yeah, you had to watch that. I've had a Smooth Collie. Had Beagles my whole life growing up. We had hunting dogs. We always hunted with our dogs growing up. Other than that, most of my dogs are mutts from the shelter. Oh look, crop circles. Oh no, dog's not a dog. There's smart dogs, there's dumb dogs. There's just like people. There's smart ones, there's dumb ones. There's good ones, there's bad ones. I've tended to stick because, like I said, I always had hounds growing up, so most of my dogs have been hound mixers of some kind or another. And we got a German Shepherd and a Bloodhound. Awesome. And my next dog is going to be so tiny because I'm gonna break my rules and not get a. Well, thank you for subbing. Absolutely appreciate it. And liking the video. Awesome. I'm gonna break my rule. I haven't had purebred dogs since I had a husky many, many years ago. I had a purebred Siberian Husky, and the guy that had a Siberian Husky won Westminster Dog Show there. The Westminster lived not too far from me, and when he saw my dog, he wanted to breed it. I'm like, oh, great, that'll be worth some money, you know? Love it. And then he tells me they want me to kill any dog that's not perfect. Any puppy that's born that's not perfect, I'm to euthanize. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Get out of my house. I am not killing a puppy because it's not perfect. You get the hell out of my house. So I haven't had a purebred dog since. Yep, I have not had a paper dog since that day when I found out that's what happens to paper dogs. Puppies, if they're not perfect, they're put down. That was the last time I ever got a purebred dog, but I'm probably going to change that with my last one because, look, if I get another dog that lives another 20-ish, 17, 18 years, that's pretty much most of the life I've got left in me. So I'm only going to get one more dog. So I'm probably going to break down and get my Papillon that I've always wanted. I've always wanted a Papillon, and I've been used to bigger dogs, medium-sized dogs, but this would be the first little teeny tiny ass dog I've ever had. But I need a dog I can take with me more places, because I intend to travel a hell of a lot more than I already do. And a couple of hound dogs, real pain in the ass to travel with. Yeah, most breeders don't. Some of those silly high-end breeders that are for show, they don't want a dog that's not perfect showing up on their record. It disgusts me, and of course that was 30 years ago. So it really disgusted me, and I just never had another purebred dog after that. I can't say that. Karen, before she died, had a couple purebred pugs, and she bred them. And it did end up giving one of those to a friend of mine. Like, that's far humble with me because you're older. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. I know. When I found out how young you are, I've been trying my damnedest to wash my mouth. Because I normally swear like a sailor. Shrewd Bubbles. Okay. It's alright. Plenty in this room in this world for everybody. Young and old, black, white, green, purple, doesn't make any freaking difference. There's room for everybody. Except Nancy Pelosi. There's no room for her. Oh, I had to say that. Sorry. So much for no politics. I better check my thing. How far out are we? Are we getting anywhere near where we gotta be? No. Okay. Yeah, well, 48. We got a little ways to go. Oh, well, you're still showing up as a C1, or a, yeah. You're still showing up as a 737. Sorry. It's because it's my fault, because there's a bug now where the plane gets updated and I don't fly it to load it at least once. It doesn't show it, and I haven't flown the F-18 ever. I haven't flown any of the fighter jets in a long time. I think the last, well, I fly the Tomcat quite a bit, and I fly the MiG-29 quite a bit for the jets, the ones I fly the most. The DC Designs, I think it's DC Designs, Tomcat and the Demos Inc. MiG-29. Teacher lent my friend her jacket, and her friend said that she looked like a tan. Oh Jesus! Oh boy! Next town on our long list right there is the big town of Sydney. We are right on the border of Colorado. Is literally right there. That's Colorado. It's the last of Nebraska, and then right ahead of us is Wyoming. So. Not too far off from the Wyoming border. Still following Route 80. No, this is where it splits, isn't it? Because I think the 80 is south of Denver. No, 76 goes down Denver. 80 still goes across. Dum Dum Reed. I love some of the names. Shrewd Bubbles. Stone 49. Maine's Man. Oh, fuck. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, kids. They're gonna get in trouble one of these days. No, I'm not. I don't care. I'm never gonna. Whoa! Shit. There goes a fighter. Yep, still in the 18. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through one of these days and load every single aircraft I've updated. The problem is, a couple of the aircraft I get early releases for testing, so when they're in the sim, I don't see them either. Alright, we got rolling up on Sydney. Ryop. We're just crossing Kesey and going to Ryop. They come up with these names. I'm sure there's some method to the madness. Whoever names these. I don't have to start dropping till E-Burger, right? I want to be at 18. Hell, I want to be at 95 by then. Is that it? Yep, 95. At E-Burger. Erdburr got to be at 9,500 feet. We got a little while before we have to descend. Still. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Can't stop yawning. Trying to remember if I let the little dog back in. Okay, yeah, she's in. Oh, we are getting closer and closer. A what? Piquant turtle? Right. Oh, you wouldn't put it where? Yeah, that was an old. They almost made a mistake and almost put the armor where the plane was shot, and that was the wrong place because the ones that with the bullet holes that came back survived. So you got to put it where there wasn't bullet holes. Yeah, they almost made that mistake. I know what you're talking about. I read that whole thing. That was pretty neat. That they almost made a mistake and armored where there were bullet holes, but it was the ones that didn't. The ones that didn't come back. You put the armor where the ones that didn't come back got hit, not where the ones that made it back. The ones that made it back did fine. It's the big town of Sydney. Yeah, that was. They almost made a mistake about that. Made a story about that for school. That's a cool play thing to do because that's an actual science thing where people actually did the wrong thing, where they thought they had the proper information, which was actually 100% wrong. But they thought they were right. I don't realize how big those jumbo jets are until you see them next to something like this. You realize I'm just as big as the tail, and that's it. The Sydney Airport down there. Still a lot of perfect squares. Then to get these farmers, it's just got to be different. 2 angles. Yeah, a lot of planes are a lot bigger than you think when you see them up close and personal for the first time. First time I saw a 777, I couldn't believe it was an actual airplane with only 2 engines. But it only had 2 engines, but I could have put my house in one of the engines. It's insane how big it is. We're going to hope and see if the ILS actually works tonight. We're going to try. Instead of landing on my own, I have to let the plane try to land. Most of it's landing. My landings are usually pretty terrible, so we're going to let the plane have a shot at it. See if it does. It'll probably do much better than I've been doing lately. And you saw one next to a MiG-21. I could almost fit my house into the engine bell of a 777. What is the patch 1.10 Kerbal tomorrow? Tomorrow. It was supposed to be today, but it got pushed back a day. Tomorrow. Should have the 1.1 patch tomorrow. Hopefully we can blow up some Kerbals tomorrow night. See how many more we can vaporize. Managed to vaporize 2 of them completely. Like dust. Stranding one on the moon. Managed to get his ass back. Turn 1 into dust. I've turned 2 into dust. Yeah. The only good thing I found out is like without atmospheric heating right now, you can jump out at like any altitude and the little bugger will land safely by himself. That's a slight bug, but if you can get it to jump out of the rocket before it totally blows up, he'll survive the landing fall from space. You gotta go? Hey man, thanks for stopping by, Hope. glad to have you aboard. Like I remember what I said in school. Don't ever rub the teacher the wrong way. Just agree with them and say, "Yep, I'm sorry, you're right." Just go with it. Your life will be so much happier, and you'll stay out of a lot of trouble. And Lord knows I got in enough trouble. I've just been sending to space. I managed to get them back. I've managed to blow up a couple completely. I want to do at least. I eventually want to set up some sort of progression system where we set up some communication satellites around Kerbin and then start moving out from there with probes on the moon and probes out to Minimus and then probes out to Duna, that type of shit with communications, so then we can take ships out there, yada yada yada. I don't know if I'm that good. I'm good at blowing shit up. Pine Bluffs. The next waypoint area, roughly. Is that the one where we get to start descending? Well, we can descend anytime, but no, I think it's Eberger. Egbert. Yes, Egbert, before we drop into the pattern. It's Egbert. So we're 35 miles out, so they got time before I have to descend still. I'm still not sure what top of descent's not showing on my... It was showing fine the other day, but it's not showing now. It's kind of depressing. I like that fish hook it's got to drop into the pattern. I don't know if that's because of mountains or something. For some reason, it's got the weirdest pattern coming in ever for the ILS. And then, look, we get into mountains with your plane. Then we get some fun flying. Won't be so damn boring. You just have to fly along and listen to my ass the whole way. Surprised anybody's still here. Did I just put my brake on or off? Okay. I hate when I hit the wrong button. Which is my life story. I hit the wrong button. I suppose. Altitude, I want 9,000, right? 9,000, 9,500. 9,500. At least get the dial ready. I really wanted to fly around the world with live weather as much as possible, but that just wasn't in the cards. The weather's been shit every time we fly. And of course, this plane has no de-icing, so it's like you're not going to see anything, so that's boring. Oh, sorry, I'm going to ice up and die, so that's not any good. The hell do you suppose those... Oh, that's the hinges. It's like, what the hell are those rivets for? And it's like, oh yeah, the doors. Yippers, what do we got going on here? Let me check one thing. Oh, I thought Mr. Brett was trucking tonight. Guess that's not tonight. Next week. Ah, yeah, Os White Simmer's streaming. That's one of the reasons. I think he'll still be streaming when it lands, and we'll go over there and say hi to him afterwards. If he's still streaming. descent profile about 2,000 feet a minute with this beast. Drop like a rock. Except we got to watch it. The airport's like 6,200 feet. Believe it or not, since we hit the Mississippi River, we've been coming uphill. The ground has been coming up, even though it looks totally flat and incredibly flat, but it's been coming uphill the entire way. Kind of freaky. Yeah, what's the airport? 60. What the hell's my airport altitude? 6150. Airport we started off in the mountains is 1744, and this is all flat and way higher. Over a mile up, and it's flat. I think this is where we make our turn, Pine Bluffs. Yeah, we'll make our turn and descend like a rock. And then shortly after make our turn here, right out here at Cola. Should be able to intercept their ILS there at Cola and bring the plane in. Hopefully. I still have my landing lights on. That's par for the course. I always forget to turn them off. If I was a real pilot, I'd probably fly around. Be like that old guy with the car with the high beams on all the time. That'd be me in plane form. But way the hell over there. No, not way the hell. Over there is Cheyenne, Wyoming. Tell where they are. He's gonna get mad at me. He's not gonna let me do. Not gonna let me change my vertical speed or my vertical. Yeah. Not gonna let me set my vertical speed yet. I always find it weird that they would set a, that's an actual pattern. You think, damn, I can go straight in. Oh no, you can't. You gotta follow the pattern. I have no idea why. There's probably some duck that lives right there and they don't want to upset the duck. At least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. They don't want to upset the duck. I got I could hear some props behind me. Hear those piston engines. And they sound so nice on that. They even sound nice when they fly by. Oh, Patsy's in the Dark Star. I think he just went right down through the ground. That thing's such a bitch to fly. I had the worst time landing it. I'm terrible at landing the Dark Star. I'm not great at landing most things, but the Dark Star is really terrible at. Alright. We're going to set our vertical speed to 2,000 feet a minute. We're going to drop like a rock after we make this turn. Down to 9,500 feet. Oh. Hello, Gami. How are you tonight, sir? Or this morning, sir? How are you? Doing well, I hope? Just in time to watch me make a mess of an ILS landing, probably. Maybe. I'll watch my speed. Don't want to overspeed. Just about coming into Cheyenne, Wyoming. They're actually super cold in your office. Otherwise good. Me, I'm toasty warm. I'm the polar opposite. It got above freezing for most of the day today. Still a lot of snow, but above freezing. Nice and warm in here. I'm out of coffee. And I got like one sip left of my... I didn't have tea tonight. I cheated and got a can of Fresco, which is kind of a grapefruit flavored soda water with artificial sweetener in it, so I'll probably regret that, but I wanted something different than tea. So I bailed on my tea. I got one sip left, so it's a good thing we're coming for landing soon. On an extremely weird landing pattern, but it is what it is. Gotta make sure you pop by at least for a minute next week, next Thursday, and see the new King Air for the first time. The C90. I need to fly it more before then so I don't make the plane look bad. That's right, we're coming into spring, you're coming into fall. So there was 2 articles on the news today, on the digital news today. And this is how dumb people are. Oh look, we got Super Mario World below us. This 2 articles, same day, same news outlet, back to back. First article says global warming is going to kill the maple syrup industry. It's gonna destroy the maple syrup industry. How bad global warming is going to be for maple syrup? Yada 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 yada. Next article, same publication. New York and Vermont have largest maple syrup crop or syrup production year in history. Yeah, I don't think it's destroying the crop. Because of the warmer weather earlier, the sap has run like 3 times already this year. It's been a bumper year. It's the biggest year New York's ever produced. And they're going on about how it's going to be terrible and destroy the maple syrup industry. It's actually been the biggest year in history of maple syrup gathering. Hopefully I programmed my ILS properly. Fingers crossed. We're actually using not ILS. I'm not using the ILS, but I'm using RNAV landing. Using an RNAV, not an ILS landing. I'm not even seeing it on my... No, because we're not... Yeah, we're there. It should be showing as a line on here, and it's not. Maybe after we make the turn. Oh yeah, no, we're not in the pattern yet. We gotta make the turn first. Yep, love the news. All the news unfit to print. Yeah, Reaper hanging with us on this crazy pattern. Yep, he's gonna follow it in as well. If I'm like me, I'll have the plane fly it in and do terrible, and he'll fly it in by hand and do absolutely perfect. It's the only reason he comes along, to make me look bad. I know that's what it is. Oh yeah, you can't believe anything you read. Are you kidding me? Because nowadays there's 4 sides to every story, not 2. There's what they say, then what the other guy says, and what really happened, and then what they told you happened. So you got 4 different stories. Every story's got 4 sides now. Oh, a whole bunch of people disappeared. Everybody but that one. Everybody else just disappeared. Damn it. You got the left side, you got the right side, then you got the truth, and then you got the side that this is what they told you is the truth. Cheyenne somewhere over there. We'll be there shortly. I better check my altitude. When do I change it again? Ah, not to the next leg. Yep. Gotta love it, huh? Oh, look, you're almost done. Let's screw with it. Like I did the other day. Crashed just coming for landing on a 6-hour flight. Except for that wasn't... The crash was actually caused with Streamlabs on that time. Streamlabs locked up, puked, and then the sim puked. But I managed to get Streamlabs back. Get the stream back up and the power went out. Never did make a landing on that flight. This is truly a weird landing pattern. I gotta set for, yep. We gotta drop another, is that 78? Yep, we gotta go to 78. As we make this turn. I don't know where the hell that thinks it's going. You don't think you've ever used it? Oh, there's our glide slope. Right there. There's our glide slope bug. It's showing up. Vertical speed down. Oop, wrong button. What the hell am I supposed to be at? 78? Yes. 78. Vertical speed, we want 2,000 feet a minute. This thing likes to drop. I think you're saying nav instead of nav. You're also going slow to land, yeah. Well, I think people are starting to pop back up. Well, one of them is. It's not anybody that's flying with me, of course. Can't have that. Made you look. Bastard did too. I went and looked. Alright, I gotta be in here for a little while to make sure when I cross that bug I can hit the right button. Well, that's, by the way, if you're ever using this and you've never done before, when you input your approach on ILS, that's your glide slope bug. When that thing's right in here, then you can finally hit your approach mode, and that right about then is when you want to be configured with your gear down, your throttles. You want to be ready to get ready to land at that point. As soon as I make this turn, I'll drop the gear, pull the throttles. Throttles are already pulled part way. I'll finish pulling the throttles, drop the gear, and hit the approach button, and it should put me damn near on the end of the runway. But I will not drop my gear and slow down much until after the turn is made, The last thing you want to be is be dirty and slow when you make a sharp turn. That causes too many people to die. Too many pilots make that mistake. Because when your gear's out, your stall speed changes and your minimums go up. So, rather than doing that, when I get a thing like this, I will hang out until I make it around. There we go. We should be good enough to get the approach mode. Yep. Picked up our approach and the vertical. The altitude, it's taking in GP. I call it ground pound because that's what you'll do if you don't grab the stick at the end. Because that's what somebody taught me. Then we'll get the gear down. Prop set. I know the RPM's picked up and I pulled it way back. I just pitched my prop up to lower patch. Looks like Patty's already out. Oh, he finally showed up. Looks like he's almost on the ground. And we're going to go ahead and let the plane fly if it's going to. I'm sure it's going to pick up the vertical or not. Why are you not working? VNAV's on. Nav's off. Flight director's on. Yaw damper's on. Oh, because we're still high. Okay, we're at 78. No, it's good. It's exactly where it wants to be. It won't start dropping until next. So we're good. Just about lined up perfect. I'm gonna let the plane land itself pretty much all the way down. See how it does. I am really new at this shit. I'm just passing on what I've learned, so that maybe some of it may be quite wrong, but it's all stuff I'm spent the better part of the winter project was me to learn IFR and ILS. That's been an ongoing project. So I still hate flying jumbo jets. That's never going to change. I don't think. Wait, is that a racetrack or just a long curvy road? Ah, damn it, just a long curvy road. No racetracks this flight at all. I'm really, really upset with that. Me too, girl. What do you see up there? Oh, I see up where? No racetrack, but that's a cool looking oval. Powerline mod. I love Powerline mod. And a jumbo jet. Cloud sky. That stuff's starting to pop back in. So, oh, Reaper's down there. There he is. Wait. Racetrack. Off-road racetrack, but that counts, right? Racetrack. I saw a racetrack. Had a figure 8 track. Hey, those are dangerous shit. All right, I'm happy. We found a saw racetrack. We can land now. Ugh. I'm like a freaking dog with a squirrel. Oh yeah. Flying up high into jumbos. Yeah, not fun. I mean, I've been flying at 18,000 here because it's flat. But, oh, they like their off-road racing here. Look at that one. Motorcycle track. That tight and twisty. Motocross track. I did that flight to London the other day. It was fun, but that's because I was hanging out with Sean. Sean's cool. And then it was snowing, so I wanted to kill the time. But it's not something. And then I wasn't even in a jumbo. I was in the longitude. How's our altitude looking? We're going down? Yep. It's already started us down. Getting used to this is kind of cool. Letting the plane land itself. Just gotta watch the speed of the engine. Make sure you don't fall out of the sky. The longitude actually has auto throttles. You don't even have to hit the throttles. It'll put you on the tarmac, almost right where the landing zone is. It'll put you there almost every time. Same with the TBM. They both have the auto throttle option. That's so slick. It's like, damn, you don't have to do anything. I'll get my feet on the rudders. Check my barometric pressure because, yeah, I want to make sure it knows where the runway actually is. I should have done that when I entered the pattern, but I didn't. I did a little late. We're on glide slope. Right on the money. That's our glide slope. Perfect. Slowing down. Say, never cut your throttle to the runway until you're absolutely sure you can make it without it. 100% sure you can make it if your engine's completely off before you pull the throttle back all the way. Little things, trying to be a little bit more professional, but they know that's not going to last. I've yet to touch a control other than the throttle. Looks like it's going to put it down short. We're going to pull back and save it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Boy, it's not often I do that. Not often I pull a landing like that out of the bag. Oh, damn it. I finally see Reaper and he coming in for a landing and disappeared. Damn it. I'm not sure which half of this base is civilian and which half is what. So we're just going to go over here. Man, Bruden's not here, and that was at least a 6. That's because I let the plane land itself except for the last minute of it. Well, not even the last minute. Last 30 seconds I landed it. That was it. Well, a couple shout outs here real quick. Jay LaRue for flying along and Reaper for flying along. Really appreciate you both coming along and hanging out and cruising along. Sorry I didn't have any of your aircraft, Jay. That is what it is. I have them, I just didn't have them loaded up properly. So that's on me. And of course, everybody for hanging out in chat. It wasn't quite like chat, but it's okay. Oops, I hit the wrong friggin' button. I just absolutely delete. Where the hell's chat? Chat disappeared. Whoa, my chat is totally wigged. I lost chat. Where'd it go? Trying to scroll it and I lost it. I can hear him. Are you back? There he is. I was going to whip in here real quick, shut the engines down. I'm going to go in this little bit of air pack. There's chat. I just came back. I say I want to thank Fast Cow, Gaming Wombat, Jay LaRue. Who the hell else did I have in here? We're going to go park at this air park. I'm just going to whip it around here. Good enough. That was terrible. Great landing, terrible parking. So we had Fast Cow, we had Hope coming by, new subscriber. Made me watch my mouth a little bit. I know we had Mr. William Kelly and the Reaper in chat as well. Just flying along. And that pretty much covers everybody, I think. I don't think I missed anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. Yell at me, call me a name, whatever. Next week, like I said, we'll be flying Fast Cow Productions' new aircraft that's coming out. That should be fun. Looking forward to that. He'll be in chat, in voice chat, so that if you have any questions or comments or want to call me names, you're good to do that. As far as Kerbal Space Bar and the pat's supposed to be out tomorrow. Hopefully, we will get that squared away and have the patch and be able to kill some Kerbals tomorrow night. And I think that's it. I want to thank everybody for coming along, hanging out, putting up with me on some very boring flights. Next week's will be much better. We'll be in the Rockies, right at the foothills, the foothills of the Rockies now. So until next week, guys, or tomorrow, whichever the case may be, or Sunday. Can't forget Sunday with Mr. Gammy Wombat and Legend. We're going to be doing some starting out and trying not to die a lot in Sons of the Forest on Sunday. So if you're free Sunday, 6:30 Eastern Time, U.S., pop in, watch me die a few times, or jump over to Gammy's stream, watch me die a few times. Sunday. All right, this Sunday, come and watch Gammy Wombat and Goblin Grim try not to die. Bring your family, watch the blood and guts. Oh, shit. Hey, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and flying along. That was funny. Got me laughing good. Till next time, guys, take care of yourself and each other. And I know I'm going to hit the wrong freaking button, but that's okay. I'm out of here. Have a good one.